Alright, CIS 106 student, what are we doing in week 6? Well, week 6 we're doing more with loops. We're introduced to a for loop, and there will be a video helping to explain that. And there's a lot of literature you should read over here in how a for loop works. So you want to read over that, look at the video for loops. There's a couple assignments. There is an assignment from Module 14 that I literally walk you through in this video. So this video will literally walk you through this assignment. So if you do what it says, you'll have this knocked out. So you're going to be using loops for this. And then this assignment, the Java programming exercise, you are to use a loop. Let's take a brief look at this. So you have to use a loop, and you have to generate a random number. And once you go through the previous activity, you will be set up for success on this. You have to generate a random number. You're trying to replicate how a slot machine would work. Now, what is interesting about this is you have to have what they call a sentinel value to stop the game from running. So what I've done in this example is that what would stop the game is when the user enters a -1. There's other ways you can do this. You don't necessarily have to do it this way. But really what I'm doing is anytime the user enters a 1 or any positive number, then it's going to keep playing. And if they enter a -1, then only a -1 would stop the game. So you can see they enter a -1. So what this example here is showing, this is the output, and then the user would enter this. So the only thing the user does is enter whether they're going to play or not. Everything else is either randomly generated, like this number. These numbers are randomly generated, or it's just output. Alright, so what you are to do is you're trying to replicate a slot machine of 3 options. And if 2 of these numbers match, like for example here, this number and this number match, so then you display match 2. If they all 3 match, then it's a jackpot. Otherwise, just say sorry. So you're going to have to use a loop with some kind of conditional if, else, inside the loop. You're going to continue to loop. This is a user-controlled loop. You're going to keep looping until the user tells you they want to stop. This is a user-controlled loop. You're going to keep looping until the user enters a -1. That's a sentinel value. And inside that loop, every time you run inside the loop, you can say, hey, does slot 1 equal slot 2? Because if it does, then we've got a match 2. What about if slot 1 actually is the same as slot 3, and if it is, we've got a match 2? What if they all equal like they do here? Then we have a jackpot. Alright, so the other thing you have to do is just read through the other material. This loop examples, we've seen this before, and there also is some information on how to read and write to text files, which there'll be some more information in that. Notice that I removed Major Project Part 3. I left that in there and just did a strike through just to explain that I'm electing as the instructor to remove the other parts of this exercise. I just think in an online version in 10 weeks it's just too much. So I'm electing, making an executive decision to remove Major Project Part 3. You also will have a quiz, which is not here right now at this moment, but you will have a quiz on Module 14. Now at this time it says Module 14. I may have to add another module to that. So in this video, just be aware that I'm making the video weeks ahead of when I'm going to be ready to have this quiz ready. So this might change. It might be more than Module 14. So just follow what it says here and what is due this week. Questions? Send me an email. Good luck. Make sure you turn everything in on time.